Welcome to Ethan Live Podcast. It is Tuesday, August the 12th today.
Yep.
Today is International Youth Day. Glorious 12th.
Yeah.
Not sure what that
Okay.
is. IBM PC Day.
No.
Ever have an IBM?
No.
Sometimes I still feel like I have an IBM. It's slow. Middle
felt like that
Child
this
Day.
morning.
Milkman Day.
Oh, now do you remember the milkman? You probably don't. You're too young.
I wasn't
Milk.
going to ask you if you remembered the milkman. Do you remember the milkman?
I do.
Really? You remember?
Oh, yeah.
I know you don't remember this, but I was watching.
Oh, probably I do.
I was watching a show the other day about the people that would have to come around every day or every other day with ice for your ice box.
No. Oh, thank goodness. That is before my time.
Anyway,
We did have a refrigerator, but we did have a milkman.
because the guy that invented that first refrigerator, it had toxic gas in it, and they would leak all the time, and it was killing people.
Oh, that wasn't a good thing.
Yeah. So
What year was that? Do you have what year that was?
no, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was from a hazardous history show I watched on.
Okay. It was during the dinosaur age. Okay.
And it's Mothers in Thailand Day, National Gooey Butter Cake Day.
These are some strange days.
National Julienne Fries Day. They
Oh,
are. There's some kind of French fries. It looks like
yeah. Was
the very thin fries.
do they have a sauce on them or something? Or are
Uh,
they cut differently?
it looks like they're really thin cut, like the size of like matchsticks.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still waiting for Crinkle Friday, so that's okay.
Right. Diana Link says they had Oscar Ewing delivering their milk.
I had Haywood.
Oh, Haywood, I don't remember the milk delivery. Anyway, we are doing some hero dogs at 2:00 and 3:00 today, but as promised, we wanted to talk very briefly, 10 minutes or so, about some court updates and some cases.
Right.
Debbie has some located there. We'll sort of start off yesterday with someone in Boone County. The person's name was Jeffrey Horstman. We had initially put him on our radar very early on, towards the end of last summer. He was charged somewhere a week to 2 weeks after Ethan's Law went into effect.
Right.
And there is just an awful story that goes along with that. And I don't feel like I have permission to tell it. If she would like to come on and tell it, we'd be happy to tell the story, because I think it would be very impactful for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But long story short, he's charged with several other things. One of them is Ethan's Law. He has apparently pled guilty. Yesterday, and this plea was out there for a couple months. Yesterday was sentencing day.
So we thought.
And the person involved with this case had, how many people would you say were there? 20, 30 people?
Yeah, I would say, I was going to say 25, but yeah, 25 to 30 people were there wearing green in support.
Lots of people there for this sentencing. For our first time in Boone County, they seem to be very get down to business and do things. The attorneys lined up, ready to go.
Right.
I mean, complete.
Literally.
You juxtapose that with Jefferson County.
Yes.
I mean, quite literally, you couldn't see some of what was going on because the attorneys were lined up, ready to go.
Literally lined up across the front of the room. Yes.
So anyway, they've had this plea agreement for 2 months.
Yes.
And the defense attorney says he needs more time. There was a death in his family. We are very sorry for that. Condolences out to his family. But that wasn't going on for 2 months.
Yeah, exactly.
And he needed more time to talk with his client. They both knew what it was. The judge could have even said, well, he's sitting right here, go talk to him, and we'll bring you back
Uh-huh.
up there in a little bit.
Right.
I think the judge was doing his due diligence to make sure that there was nothing else this defendant could come back on, and gave him a little bit more time, gave him till Thursday. So
Right.
with all these folks there, they continued it to Thursday. There's no doubt in my mind, and I think everyone there, this was just a game that was being played.
Right. There were too many of us in the courtroom.
It was just a game, and the
Yeah.
attorney was probably part of it. The
Was
defendant, I have
Ethan.
no doubt, was part of it. He's in jail anyway. He's going to get time. He's been in jail for a year. He's going to get credit for time served. So if he's in
Right.
jail 3 or 4 more days, it doesn't add anything to his
No.
sentence. It's
No.
just going to come off at the end.
Yeah, and like we said yesterday, instead of being in prison, he gets a few more days in jail. Maybe that's more favorable.
And he'll come back to jail for another time. I mean, it was sort of a joke, but handled very well by
Yeah.
the prosecutor, the judge, who I just don't think they had any other recourse. But here's the thing that probably backfired on him, is it's going to be this Thursday at 11:30, and he'll be the only one in court. There's no docket at 11:30.
Exactly.
It'll
And
just be him getting sentenced.
Kudos to the judge. Instead of, usually it's another month out, but I mean, he only gave him to Thursday.
Yeah.
So,
we'll find the name of that judge and give him a shout out. Good.
Yeah, because seriously, yeah.
And the folks that have followed this case for a year, through all the pre-trials and the continuances, have
10
had
or more.
10 or more have had to sit through a lot of court time with him, and they
Yes.
said he is no nonsense.
Right.
That's the business.
So.
So that is Jeffrey Horseman. We'll be back there Thursday. I believe we might have to change a little something, but we'll figure it out. Thursday we'll get back down to court. This will be one. Maybe we just plant ourselves right there in the front row.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you the other day. We're the only ones in the room. You just go right up, because you usually sit toward the back with Ethan. I think this is the perfect opportunity to walk right up front and have Ethan center stage.
Yep. Let's see. What other little court updates do we got?
Okay, let's see. Where do we want? We've got Tiffany Arnold that we might want to talk about.
Mm-hmm. She's Jefferson County.
Yes. And I know a lot of people saw all that on Facebook. She's the one that had the 24 cats that she left in the house. LMAS were able to finally find her to get into the house. 20 of them were dead. 4 were alive. They tried to rescue the 4, but 1 had to be euthanized of those 4. So she's coming into court on the 14th. So that's this week. But
that is Thursday. I think it's on the docket at 9:00, but in Jefferson County, that could be anywhere from 9
that
o'clock
means,
to 5
yeah,
o'clock.
as we're learning, that means very little in Jefferson County. And it's an arraignment, so it's it's just beginning the long process, obviously. So.
Yeah, just beginning, but no less important.
Important, definitely. So, and then if we stay in Jefferson County, you want to talk about Demetrius Hebert, because he was indicted.
Yes. And did they have another date on there?
Yes. He's got a pretrial on 9/19.
Pretrial.
Yeah. And that's cash. We always try to remember some of the names.
Mm-hmm. 9/19, that's Hebert.
Yeah, in Boone County, it's Ripley was the dog. So we just put that out there. So just
Hebert. And we've got there's a sentencing coming up for
David
Snyder and Muhlenberg.
Right. He's the one that left the dog upstairs. Yeah, but he was found guilty, and he is being sentenced on the 15th of September. We have a lot of things. Yeah, we have a lot going on in September because these cases have rolled and rolled and rolled. Yep. So finally, we're going to have hopefully some final sentencing here in September. So, yeah.
And
Okay.
we've got in Christian County, we've got our Tribble case, and we've found out
Oh,
that person's name. We've been calling him Gimel Tribble because that's what his name is. Apparently, his name is Gmail Tribble,
yeah.
and we've got we've gotten a lot of really good information about that case in particular. Uh,
Right.
it is going to grand jury.
He
As
waived his
tip,
rights. Yeah.
Ways is right. It's going to grand jury. As typical in those cases, there will be a pre-grand jury meeting with folks. Uh, this particular person, as we have learned more and more, is not a good person.
No.
Not a good person at all. And
No.
hopefully, this is another one where we've said this before. It didn't pan out in that particular case, but this is another one where if you're the Commonwealth attorney, I mean, you just play the video and
Exactly.
you
Uh-huh.
sit back and you don't really have to say anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, there will be no question if they once he goes to the grand jury. I mean, I feel confident he's obviously going to be indicted.
Yeah, he needs to
Oh,
serve some. He needs to serve some jail time, quite
period.
honestly. And if
Yeah.
that is, if some reason that does not come out, we'll file some FOIA requests and get the video that I've been told is very disturbing.
Yeah.
But and folks can watch it or not watch it, but it needs to be seen. You need to Folks will need to see this video to see what is being pled down if that happens. We're going to cross our fingers that that does
Exactly.
and everything is done properly. Uh,
Yeah.
and because quite honestly, he needs to serve some jail time, and we don't need to show that video. It's
No, no. From
disgusting.
what, yeah, yeah. Again,
So
these,
so at some point they will have a little pretrial
right,
or a pre-grand jury meeting. Then he'll have a grand jury, which we don't know the date to because that's sort of done off the record because public can't
right,
do it. And then there will be, if he gets indicted by the grand jury, then there'll be another arraignment. We sort of start all over again.
right. Exactly. Exactly. So the same kind of thing. We've got David Howery
Oh,
again back in court on the 26th.
that's August 26th?
Uh-huh. Another pretrial. And we've talked about him, several occasions. That's McCracken County. And that's the man that had the charges from 2009, 2012. His history is horrific.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one will be the one that they finally get him on. And Jeff, I don't know if you feel like you can share uh, just the importance when we were in Boone County yesterday, just how the people were talking to you about how Ethan's Law made such a difference.
Yeah.
That, you know,
Yeah. It was, there was so much going on in this particular case, and uh, that it was a situation where it was someone who wasn't sure they could get out of the situation they were in,
exactly.
and then the dog was hurt, and
Uh-huh.
not just hurt, but horrifically beaten again on
Right.
video,
Uh-huh.
um, and really because Ethan's Law had passed, um, they felt like maybe there's something. Maybe there is something that the court system can do for me, and I
We'll
can get
hold
out.
it. Yeah.
If they, if
Something
they'll
that, yeah,
if they'll
because
help
it
my
was on
animal,
video.
then maybe something can be done.
So, again, another amazing tribute to the work you did and getting Ethan's Law passed, because it is impacting lives every single day. And that was certainly evident yesterday in Boone County. So,
Well, and the other thing we've seen through a couple other things is no offense to the bigger groups, but when you help get something passed,
uh-huh,
and the goal is just to get it passed, and you're not going to make sure that you're out there advocating to make sure it's taken care of, and your
exactly.
goal is just to get it passed to put it on a list of things that you've done, that does no good.
No, it does not. But obviously, with your due diligence and keep following along, that Ethan's Law is being used, And people are even looking for that as their way out, knowing that that person can be charged.
Yeah.
If with nothing else, they can be charged and sentenced with Ethan's Law. So that was a powerful moment yesterday to hear that. So
yeah. And they everyone there in Boone County was so nice. They even brought Ethan a little kit
yeah,
full of
yeah,
toys, treats.
he had a nice treat
That
basket right before we go into court.
he had a very nice big stuffed animal fish that he liked to play
A
with.
lot. Yeah, that was cute.
So,
So
all right. So that is sort of. So we've got this Arnold person later this week on Thursday. We've got this Jeffrey Horseman. Hopefully, the final sentencing in Boone County on Thursday. Is there anything right on our calendar for like next week, and then we'll jump off here and get ready for.
next week, I think I told you is a little bit. Oh, by the way, Martin Hartwig, just real quickly, Christian County was indicted by the grand jury also. He's the one that killed his dog because it peed on his couch. But he has been indicted and he will be in court on September the 10th.
That's
So,
good news for Christian County. Is the same place Gmail Tribble is at.
yes,
Who allegedly admitted to either the ACO or the sheriff's officers that he did what he admitted to doing what he did, but it was also on video, and he probably knew that
yes,
because he said that the dog had destroyed something that was more valuable than the dog's life, and it was the dog had gone to the bathroom on the rug inside that he apparently was yelling or screaming about cost $100.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But your other
that's
question,
good news for Christian County. If they indicted
yes.
that guy, hopefully they cross our fingers they indict Tribble.
And you said next week. Next week is our Zachary Rollins in Pulaski.
Pulaski County. He was the guy that killed a couple cats, bit the ears off the cats.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Damian Temple, our Ethan case is the next week, which is Warren County, Bowling Green. And then Amelia Gomez from Jefferson County, they just said she would be back in court the week of the 25th. So I'm kind of watching to see when they put her.
Yes. And Becky Girdler says Rollins is Pulaski County on Monday. I think we saw.
Okay.
And Abby at the end of the month in Jefferson County. So before we jump out, we're getting ready to be back on here in 10 minutes with some Hero Dog stuff. We'll talk about some really good stuff. The first one is emerging hero and shelter dog semifinalist Linda.
Yes.
So we'll jump off here real quick. We'll be back in 10 minutes. But I just also want folks to know we do have, this is the first, I think MAS announced it, but we are having another spay neuter clinic at the end of this month on August 31st. Go to Ethan Almighty. I'll make sure and get a link out later. Go to ethanalmighty.com. Just scroll down just a very little bit. You'll see Ethan Kindness Clinic. Get signed up. It is a spay neuter clinic, and as part of the spay neuter clinic, you can get a microchip or a rabies. It is not a microchip clinic. It is not a rabies clinic. It's a spay neuter clinic where you can get a couple extra services. It will be Sunday, August 31st. So make sure to get signed up, and we'll get all that rolling by the end of the month.
Perfect. Sounds good.
We'll see everybody in about 10 minutes. Debbie, I'll see you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Everybody, talk soon.